this video are going to be the best settings for me and the best settings in general, like kind of a, you know, default settings, ideal default settings that you would choose. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video, man. So once you open up Bandicam, it'll look like this. You'll have game recording mode, you will have screen recording mode, and that's just to record your monitor or your browser or something. And then you have HDMI. This would be if you have like an Elgato or a webcam connected. I might do a separate tutorial on that, but I'm not going to do a tutorial on that right now. But the first thing you want to do is go to game recording mode. We're going to configure that first. So you want to go over here to general and output folder. You just want to select the folder that you want to output your videos to. So I chose this PC and videos, so it'll output to my videos folder. And there's settings you can check if you want Bandicam to window to always be on top, start Bandicam to minimize to tray, run Bandicam on Windows startup. I don't check all this because I don't really need it. And you can start recording on Bandicam startup, set timer for auto start recording. I don't check any of this because I don't really care. You can go into the advanced settings. So show FPS. You can do a bunch of stuff here, as you can see. Output, hooking, language. I don't really mess with any of this stuff, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't mess with it if I were you either. But anyways, you want to go down to FPS. And what's cool about Bandicam is it actually shows you an FPS overlay on what game you're playing, so you can check the FPS you're going to get to. So FPS overlay, you want to click show FPS overlay if you want it, and then you want to click where you want your FPS to be shown. So I always choose top right because why not? And then you can have a hotkey to disable it or enable it. So F9 enables it and F9 disables it, but I don't check that because I always want it to be there. Do not set an FPS limit, ever. That's a bad idea. So now you want to go into video and record stop hotkey. I put that as F12. You can have it to whatever you want, but I'm actually going to change it to the numpad star because no program ever really uses star, so I just use that. You can add pause. I'm actually going to check show mouse cursor because when I record the Bandicam and do tutorials, you guys can never see my mouse, and it's really important that your mouse shows in tutorials, just so people know what the fuck you're doing, you know. And add mouse clicks effects. I don't do that because it looks really cheesy and just retarded. Add webcam overlay. You can do that if you have a webcam, but I don't have a webcam connected to my computer right now, so I'm not going to do that. That'll be a separate tutorial on how to add a webcam to your videos and your streams. So you want to go down to settings over here, the first settings, not this one, this one. And sound, if you don't want to record sound, then just uncheck that totally. You don't have to add anything else in here. And if you do want sound, just click on record sound. And if you want to save the audio track separate from the video, you just hit this. But I'm going to mix it all into one kind of track, you know. And primary sound device, this will be where all of your sounds are coming out of. So what you're hearing through your headphones, you want to make it this. So I'm going to put default. Default is usually, it selects where all the sounds are coming out of. Most sounds are coming out of. So I just stick with default unless you really want to select what all your sounds are coming out of. Then you can come here and configure that. So I usually just choose default because my speakers are the default device, so you know, it doesn't really matter. The microphone, I use my Yeti stereo microphone because it is amazing, and you can use what, you know, microphone you want. You know, just choose the best microphone you got, basically. Your choice. So you can mix the primary and secondary audio in one track, but I wouldn't do that. So what this means is when you edit it, it'll separate the game sound from your mic, and I highly recommend that. Just in case the game sound is too high, you know, high, the volume's too high, you can actually lower it in Sony Vegas, and then you'd be good. So that's most of the stuff you need to edit in here. I wouldn't really add anything else. Just to make sure recording priority.